Hey guys, thank you for joining today. Just 1 minute only to check the voice quality. So as I see, it looks fine. Thank you so much for joining today. We are going to discuss the topic related with the US non-farm payroll data and the possible impact that we may have on the Bank of Japan. So how will the Bank of Japan may react during this moment of time? It is going to be very interesting overall. It is going to just 1 minute. Okay, it is going to be very interesting and also very risky from a fundamental and technical perspective. So let's see what may happen at this moment. Just 1 moment to look at the economy calendar. We are going to look at this step by step. The first one that we are going to look at is the ADP employment change. As I explained also earlier today on the previous analysis, it came higher than expected yesterday, and the market today is anticipating probably stronger than expected non-farm payroll data. Also, during the previous time, if we are going to look at the data right now, the market is anticipating that it was 339. It is expected for 225K, the non-farm payroll data employment numbers. But on the other hand, we are having the ADP report that is very strong. So this is increasing the chances that we may have the non-farm payroll data higher than expected. Usually, the ADP report and the non-farm payroll data, they move approximately in the same way. They are correlated with each other. That is why the market is expecting this movement from the non-farm payroll data. What is very important that we need to pay close attention to is the average earnings. They have a very high impact in relation with the non-farm payroll data. So the non-farm payroll data are not the only indicator. These are very strong data as well. And also, we will see the employment data from Canada as well. It is expected to be positive, and we have seen that Canada reported very good numbers on all indicators during this month. So it is going to be very, very interesting in this part here. So let's move on our charts and what may happen. We can see that we have the US dollar against the yen pairs. This is our topic that we are going to look at, our focus for this live stream. Thank you so much to everyone that is joining right now. We may see that the top on USD yen was created on October 24th. The price at this moment was at 151, 152. And from the current price position, we are approximately, let's say, 900 pips from the top. So what may happen in these conditions? I have shared this analysis also before. We are going to look at the yen pairs one by one at this moment. We may see that when the price was close to the top, we're looking at for potential, let's say, price reaction, not reversal, because reversal is a big word at this moment, considering the Bank of Japan. The price has reacted at 145 and it is not growing further from this point. What is going to be very interesting will be everything related with the Bank of Japan at this moment. If you have followed the news during these days, or let's say from June 30th until now, we can see different type of news that the Bank of Japan is going to intervene in the market. They are going to change the yield curve and different things. However, everything began since when the price was close to 145, mid of June. They are not doing anything yet. They are just sending strong messages, but as you can see, they are not reacting so far. It's a bit difficult. They send also other messages in regards to intervention and comments from Bank of Japan officials. The Bank of Japan interpreted and became serious on July 4th and has held intervention in deep regards. However, they sent this type of messages also before. So we are looking at like this type of messages month after month. Thank you so much to all the guys that are joining. If you can see, we had also other news. Ex-Bank of Japan's Kameda, Japanese central bank may hold off yield curve tweak in July, but these are only news. We have to see the real actions. We can see also the Bank of Japan, which either turns down notes favoring early end to negative rates, but all of these are news, and this type of news are coming out during these days very, very often. In my opinion, as you can see, the Bank of Japan probably wants to push the price down without intervening in the market. However, considering that they lied several times, in my opinion, the chances will get higher. Thank you to everyone that is joining. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Considering that they lied several times, the price is not moving down further. Also, the movement that is happening today is related one part with the Bank of Japan and one part with the non-farm payroll data. So what may happen? If you can see, the 145 price is already stopping the price to increase further here. We are going to look at KDN that I have shared also during these days, and I explained this analysis. Price completed this bearish bad pattern during this period of time. However, it was very risky because it is not all related with the technical analysis at this moment, but we are talking about big market manipulation from central banks. Swiss National Bank is manipulating the market on what created an initial price reaction, however is related also with the extreme conditions where the yen pairs are already right now. And if we are going to break this down on a lower time frame, this is for KDN analysis, that I also shared this analysis during the previous week. Price was showing this type of small wedge pattern, spent some time here, and it reached the bottom of the wedge pattern. We had also big sell-off today and yesterday as well from the top. The market is expecting for the Bank of Japan to intervene. However, what is very important is that they are not joining the market. I think that their intention is to have the price to move down without making changes in the yield curve, but I don't think that the market will support their idea. So it will be very, very strange. Also, on the current conditions, we can see that from the top, this is the first time after a long period of time. If we are going to look at KDN, all the corrections are very small, 130 pips, as you may see. We can see another one that is smaller, 140. So every time that the price came down, we saw that it was just a pullback, and later the price increased further. So all the time the bullish volume was very, very high. We have to be careful because it is normal that they are not going to share anything anytime soon, and the chances will be higher that the bullish volume may push the price up to the top again. This is very important at this moment. However, the bigger picture already supported the idea that probably we are going to have a top close to 109.50. I hope this is done right now, but we cannot be sure yet. is very, very difficult in these conditions. So let's see what is happening with the others and what we may expect. I will explain that later. On the chief yen, the situation is not good at all. If we are going to look at on the monthly chart analysis, price is above December 79 here, and here we are on this top. The chances are that the price should move down further at this moment. However, the situation overall is getting really dramatic at this point. From December 79, the price increased by nearly 300 pips. So it is very strange how the Bank of Japan economy is still supporting the idea that they want a weaker currency, because this is going crazy in this way. And also yen is losing value compared to other countries. If we are going to take in consideration their exports related with their imports, and we know that they are an exporting country and they want to have their currency a bit weaker in order to increase the exports. On the other hand, we have to take also in consideration that which is the country that they have these massive exports and why the price should be so cheap. So even if we take in consideration that they are exporting most of their goods in the US, and this is a strong reason why the US dollar or the US is not taking further actions regarding these market manipulations from the Bank of Japan, because this is strong manipulation, is because they need this type of manipulation because they can buy in a cheaper price. But what is very interesting during this moment is that we can see also the Swiss franc that is not stopping at all, and these levels are really crazy at this moment. Another problem is that the Japanese is not selling goods only to the US, but is selling also to the rest of the world. So what is very interesting is how much is the composition between these exports compared with the US, that they are only having their focus, and on the other hand, the other currencies. Because during the war that we had with Ukraine and Russia, they said that we are going to suffer the problems with the economy because we have large part of exports that are with Europe. So this is very strange at this moment because we don't have war in Europe, everything looks stable, the economy is recovering, so why the price is in this situation, and why the European currencies that are killing Japanese yen, they are literally killing this one. It is very strange that why they are not taking further actions, because if they don't have a large amount, probably they have up to 40% in the European currencies of their exports, because also Europe is very big. So how is suppose that the price should continue in these price levels above December 79? However, let's move on the other ones and what we may face during these days. Another one that I have shared is Euro Yen. Also, this is in critical conditions. Price broke out through many structure zones. This is dating back in December 14th. And the top that is on the left is June 8th. As you may see, the price is still growing above the strong zones. I'm taking in consideration only this old zone here. And you may see that the price is overbought in all the meanings at this point. So also this is very strange. From the top, we may see that the price is only 1,200 pips approximately from the top that is dating back on August 2008. And we should remember that euro was created on 2002. That is why is this top here on 2008. So it seems that the price may increase. However, let's hope that it will stop here. So far, this is the pattern that I shared during these days, and as you can see, the price is already reacting. However, on all of these moves, everything is related with the pressure that the Bank of Japan is already doing from the news events, and on the other hand, USD yen that is testing 145 that they are considering as a type of benchmark. On the other hand, we have GBP yen. This is, let's say, one of the worst ones. It keeps advancing, it keeps growing, and it is not stopping at all. It is not taking a break so far. We can see that the top on the left part of the structure is dating back in August 2015, and the price is not too far away, as you may see. Is not too far away from the top, so it keeps growing. And the problem with GBP yen is that this is also very aggressive, really undervalued in these conditions as currency. It keeps growing. So yen is very undervalued in relation with GBP. And during these days, we saw this formation after a long period of time. It was taking this shape as a type of a wedge pattern. And probably we may see something to get developed here. However, it is not the case for the bearish movement. We cannot anticipate this, but this is the largest correction that we may see from the chart since when the price was here on May. So can you imagine, just only in 2 months or 1 month and a half approximately, the price increased by 1,500 pips. So this is crazy move. We don't have anything yet. We have to be very careful. And we are back again on USD yen. So what may happen after we reviewed all the yen pairs? The first scenario that I'm looking at is that if we are going to have a positive surprise from the non-farm payroll data, it means that we are going to see USD yen to test 145 as beginning, and the chances can be also higher that it can break through this area, considering that the Bank of Japan is not intervening in the market. They are just not doing anything at all since a long period of time, and considering that the bullish volume or the bullish optimism regarding the USD pairs overall may break through 145, and it can push the price even higher. The problem will be that the Bank of Japan will not have the time to intervene in the market very, very fast. If this is going to happen, this is going to create a big chaos in the market, considering that the top that we have here, close to 145, will be invalidated. It means that all the Japanese yen pairs should break the tops also on the other currency pairs. It will be very chaotic if that is going to happen. It may happen only on higher than expected the non-farm payroll data, and they may create this chaos. If any one of you thinks that probably that is not going to happen, the break of 145, we should know that the price was at 152, let's say. This is approximately 870 pips far away from this area, and the chances are very high that the price may test the top before it moves down again. Even if that is going to happen, we have to be careful. The market may anticipate that the Bank of Japan is going to intervene in the market, and we can see the bullish movement to stop, but it can stop somewhere to the top again. So we can never know where it will stop the bearish movement if the non-farm payroll data will come out very, very strong. The next scenario that I'm looking at, so let's make it in this way. Just one moment. This is the movement that may happen for the strong non-farm data. And the next movement, what may happen after the non-farm payroll data. It is normal that if the non-farm payroll data will come out lower than expected, everyone is expecting that the USD is going to move down because the US economy is going to have problems. But if this is going to move in this way, the market participants will anticipate another problem at this moment. Will anticipate the fact that the Bank of Japan is not going to intervene in the market. So they will spend more time before joining the market, and it is obvious that this will create another bullish wave and probably this time more aggressive. So overall, even if the non-farm payroll data will come out lower than expected or as it is expected, we may anticipate that the Bank of Japan will not intervene. The problem that may happen here is that the Bank of Japan is playing this game at this moment. They just want to see all the yen pairs to move down, and they should not move the yield curve. So this is a very strong reason that once the price will move from disappointed data, from non-farm payroll data, the optimism regarding the opposite side that the Bank of Japan will not intervene in the market anytime soon can push the price up and probably stronger. And the first resistance zone will be found again close to 145. On the second scenario that I'm looking at, it has a simple idea after this, because if they will not join, let's say, the market, will not intervene in the market, then it doesn't make sense for the price to continue moving down further. So this is a possible scenario, the one that I placed in red here, that the price may move down, but it will increase further again. Be careful, because a possible sell-off on the yen pairs may happen only because of the news that we are looking at from the Bank of Japan. It's related with the yen pairs that probably with non-farm payroll data, that probably may create this type of reaction here. But on the other hand, the buyers will jump in the market and will not let the price to move down further if it is going to move down close to 139. However, I'm not sure if the price is going to come down so easily. This is 360 pips. We may see this movement also to finish earlier, and it can test the top again. For the weaker than expected non-farm payroll data, I am expecting for the price to stop at 145, and it may expect in this area for the Bank of Japan. For the stronger than expected non-farm payroll data, we may see the price to break through 145. It may continue to increase, and it may move down again. In this way, the market will anticipate a sell on fear because of the bank will join the market very, very soon. So as you can see, both of these scenarios that I'm looking at, they are on the opposite side of each other. Both of these scenarios are in this way, and the chances are very high that they will bring the price down close to 145, but we have to be very, very careful for both these scenarios, because it is not a sell if non-farm payroll data will come out lower than expected, and it will not be a very good idea to buy if they will come out very, very strong. For both situations, we may see a cycle that will move the price up and down. The only one that will push the price down or will begin the bearish trend, will be only the Bank of Japan that should intervene in the market. At least this is only my opinion, what I'm looking at during this moment. It will be very, very interesting, but we have to be very careful. These scenarios are very critical at this moment. For the other scenarios, we have to be careful because they have room to grow further from this point. If that is going to happen, CAD yen may break through the top and it may continue, but it may face speculation to move down. But we have to be also careful because as long as this is not USD, we may see the price to move down on stronger than expected US data, and it can stop in the same way like USD chief yen is doing. Chief yen is doing approximately the same thing. So each of them is doing the same thing right now. Look at how the price is recovering for chief yen. It is normal because we don't have anything at all from the Bank of Japan. So everything is related only with the news that they are sending and the possible opportunity for weaker than expected non-farm payroll data. So let's be careful because this is the cycle of the movement that we may see on USD yen. So this is a closed cycle overall, and only the Bank of Japan should create the next movement. So thank you so much to every one of you. One of the members is asking about GBP CAD. I would just say that it is better if you stay away from GBP CAD. It is not clear at all. It will be impacted from both datas, from the non-farm payroll data and the employment data from Canada. So we know that most of the time USD and Canadian dollar moves in the same way. They are really correlated with each other. I didn't see any setup related with GBP CAD, that is why I'm not sharing, but it's very, very risky in all scenarios right now. It has to spend more time and later we can see. What we have to be also careful is that during the previous FOMC meetings, during the previous non-farm payroll data, I have observed that the market is not reacting too much during the first day, and during the second day it is moving on the opposite side. So we have to be very careful about these movements that the price is already doing so far. So that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the analysis that I prepared. Please don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe as well. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you all on the next live streaming. Bye bye.